Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm gonna be giving you part 48 of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also stay in tune because I'm gonna be posting a new episode of What If Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu after this. And over on Anime King 2, I'm gonna be posting a new episode of What If Naruto joined the Akatsuki, and also What If Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. So stay in tune for those and enjoy. And if this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the What Ifs, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King channel, guys. And also go ahead and look in the description. The top link will bring you over to Anime King 2, where you can enjoy lovely what ifs as well. So go over there and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King 2. And remember, if you're new, to comment down below and tell me so I can reply and talk back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So, to do a bit of a recap, Sasuke was hunting down Naruto as he wanted to see how he matched up next to Naruto now. Meanwhile, Naruto was on training ground too when two figures he sensed them watching him as he told them to come out. As he was shocked, it was Itachi and Kisame as the both of them told him that they're here for him, that he would benefit the organization, the Akatsuki. Seeing that Naruto already know about it, they decided to tell him that they want him to help them, as Naruto was happy that they didn't know that he possessed the 9 tails. So Naruto quickly sent out a signal to Tsunade, Jiraiya and Shizune as the three of them got it, as they know that Naruto is in trouble for him to send this signal, as they all headed out with Sarutobi and the envoys. Sasuke then showed up as he tried to attack Itachi. Itachi grabbed his wrist and broke it and started to beat the crap out of Sasuke. He then placed Sasuke under a genjutsu, making Sasuke relive the night of the massacre over and over and over. As Naruto then did a distraction as he summoned a clone to get Sasuke out of there and also call help. Itachi then told Kisame that he wanted to test Naruto's ability as he told Naruto to come to him. So yeah guys, that was basically last how we left off. You guys can check out the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Knowing that he didn't have any choice, Naruto drew his katana. Once Itachi was close enough, Naruto delivered high-speed slashes. But each time, Itachi would avoid each of his slashes like if Naruto was moving slow. Is this all you're capable of? Itachi asked. Naruto became frustrated how easily Itachi was avoiding his attacks, so he decided to try something else. Naruto then used his flowing water technique to switch his katana behind his back to his right hand to his left, as he tried to surprise Itachi, but Itachi saw it coming and jumped back. After jumping away, Itachi ran through hand sign as he calmly said, "Fire style fireball jutsu," as he sent a large fire towards Naruto. Naruto saw this coming as he quickly applied wind chakra to his sword, wind slash, as he cut the massive fireball into half, dispelling it. As the wind slash was coming towards Itachi, but he dodged it as he ran through hand sign at the same time again, Phoenix fire, as he sent out a lot of small flames towards Naruto. Seeing this coming, Naruto grabbed onto his blade as he started spin as he added wind chakra to his blade, creating a dome of wind around him to block all the fireballs. As Naruto then concentrated that wind into a slash and send it towards Kisame and Itachi, as the both of them had to jump up into the air to avoid being cut in half. After releasing the wind blade, Naruto started to slow down as he felt dizzy. "I feel like I'm going to hurl," Naruto said, as he was in a small crater. At the same time, Itachi and Kisame landed back on the ground as they stared at Naruto with surprise. As they glanced back at the trees behind them, many of them had fallen because of Naruto's wind blade. "That must be the wind jutsu we heard about," said Kisame, the one that he created after seeing the Hyuga's rotation. "It would seem so," replied Itachi with a raised eyebrow. Remarkable technique, especially if what we've been told is true. After Naruto steadied himself, he found himself attacked by Itachi, who appeared in front of him, who tried to punch him in the face, but Naruto dodged. But then he felt pain in his stomach as Itachi kicked him away. Naruto flipped in mid-air as he kicked his katana straight towards Itachi as it was coming at Itachi with full speed. Itachi dodged to the side as Naruto's katana embedded itself into a tree. As Itachi still ran at Naruto, as Naruto brought down his fist to punch Itachi, but Itachi grabbed his wrist and swung Naruto around and released him into one of the nearby trees. Itachi then released shurikens out of his right sleeve as he threw them at Naruto. But just as the shuriken hit Naruto, he turned into a wooden log as he replaced himself at the last second. Realizing what Naruto had done, Itachi scanned the area for him as a hail of kunais and shurikens then came at him at top speed. But just before they could hit him, Itachi disappeared in a blink of an eye and reappeared in mid-air. As Itachi was floating in mid-air coming down, two more kunais came out of the tree towards him. But before they could hit him, Itachi threw two kunais of his own as he knocked them away. After landing back on the ground, Itachi found himself under attack by a hail of kunai as he had to flip and jump backwards. Itachi scanned the area as a small smirk came on his face. He jumped up in the air as he fired two kunais. He then threw four more as they hit each other as all of them reflect off each other to the trees. In the trees, there was a puff as Naruto had created 8 clones and Itachi dispelled them all at once. Hiding behind a nearby tree, Naruto watched with disbelief as Itachi just destroyed all of his clones with one single move. Man, I got to learn how to do that, Naruto thought, as he was impressed by Itachi's skill. Naruto then had to jump from the tree as he heard the sound of whistling shuriken flying through the air. As he jumped to his left and avoided the shurikens that embedded themselves into the tree. As soon as he escaped, Itachi appeared in front of him. Knowing that he needed to do something, Naruto quickly formed a hand sign as he created several Earth clones to attack Itachi. When the clones attacked, Itachi easily dispatched them with a set of taijutsu moves in a few seconds. As he destroyed the last one, Naruto finished his hand sign as Naruto disappeared in front of Itachi's eyes. Itachi then looked up to see Naruto in mid-air as Naruto sucked the water from the trees around him. As Naruto created a water dragon and sent it down towards Itachi as the water dragon crashed down on him as Naruto was still in mid-air. But Itachi appeared behind Naruto as he delivered a kick to Naruto's back, sending him straight down to the ground as Naruto crashed into a nearby tree. Damn it, Naruto cursed as he got up. Itachi then landed gracefully as Naruto ran through handstand again. Wood release. Wood tentacles. 6 long wood tentacles emerged from the ground as they flew straight at Itachi. Itachi quickly jumped back as he ran through hand sign as he spit out a giant fireball. Within seconds, the fireball hit the wooden tentacles as everything exploded. As it created a small crater between them, the wooden tentacles were destroyed. But before the smoke could die down, Naruto fired several wooden spikes from his hands that hit Itachi right in the chest. Just when Naruto thought that he got Itachi, Itachi turned into a bunch of crows. Once Naruto realized that he hit the wrong Itachi, he quickly began to scan for the real one. But before he could do anything, the real Itachi appeared behind him and kicked him in the back, sending him forward. As Naruto was flying through the air, he used his vine whip to create several vines which appeared out of his right arm and flew towards Itachi. As Itachi looked slightly surprised when he saw the vines erupted from Naruto's arm. Acting fast, a kunai appeared out of his sleeve and he caught it in his right hand as he cut the vines. After Itachi cut his vines, Naruto ran through one-handed hand sign as he said razor leaf, as the leaves around the trees turned spinning shurikens as they flew at Itachi. Surprised again by Naruto's technique, Itachi did hand signs as he took in a deep breath and released a massive fireball to burn all the leaves. as Naruto cursed as Itachi was countering all of his techniques. He then saw Kisame appear beside Itachi. Damn it, Naruto said. Now it's the both of them. Hey Itachi, looks like the kid is better than we thought, said Kisame. Indeed, Itachi replied. It seems that his Mokiton bloodline limit is more advanced than the first Hokage. He was able to use plant-like techniques. Looks like the leader was right when he ordered us to take him, said Kisame. Leader? Naruto thought in surprise. Yes, said Itachi, as he then looked directly at Naruto's eyes. You show remarkable skill for someone your age, Naruto, said Itachi. But the time for games are over. I will offer you one more chance to surrender peacefully. Thanks, but no thanks, said Naruto, as he prepared to fight. Huh, I like this kid, said Kisame, who grinned at Naruto. Very well then. You had your chance, said Itachi. Naruto quickly created a clone as he ran through hand sign. Water style, massive violent water wave as he sent water towards Itachi and Kisame as a clone channeled lightning into his hand as he infused it in the water. With little time, both Itachi and Kisame jumped away so they wouldn't get shocked. After jumping away, Itachi landed on a nearby tree branch as Naruto was still looking him directly in the eyes. Naruto ran through several hand signs again as he spat out a large water ball from his mouth. Seeing the approaching balls of water, Itachi avoided the attack with little effort as he appeared right in front of Naruto. As Naruto ducked under one of Itachi's punches, as the clone appeared on Itachi's right, trying to kick away his legs. But Itachi jumped in the air as he kicked the clone right in the face, dispelling it. As Naruto thought that this was his opportunity, as he enhanced his fist, ready to hit Itachi dead on. Seeing Naruto out of the corner of his eyes, Itachi hit him right in the face with his left leg. But while Naruto was flying away, he said Kai, activating a small seed that he planted. Right under Itachi, he dropped it. The seed then burst open as several vines wrapped themselves around Itachi and prevented him from moving. Itachi then noticed several buds around the vines that started to bloom. What is this? Itachi asked calmly as he looked back up at Naruto, who landed back on his feet and was now smirking. A new jutsu that I have been working on for a few months now and just mastered. I call it Leech Seed. Just before you kick me away, I drop a small seed that I created from my body, explained Naruto. When activate, the vines from the seed will wrap themselves around the nearby person and restrain them. And once a person is subdued, the vines will absorb their chakra, fueling the blossom on them. And once they are full, they will let out a gas that weakens the person, making them defenseless in fighting back. You're the first person I ever use this on, said Naruto. I see, an impressive technique. I understand why people hail you as a talented shinobi. But I would advise you to take a closer look at yourself, Naruto, said Itachi. Huh? Said Naruto, as he didn't understand. He then looked at himself and found him wrapped up in his own vines, which were draining him of his chakra and siphoning them into their buds, which are already blooming. What's going on? Naruto asked as he didn't understand. How did you do this? It's simple, brat, said Kisame. You were under Itachi's genjutsu. But when? Naruto asked. From the first time you looked into my eyes, said Itachi. You were caught in my genjutsu. Damn it, Naruto cursed. As the Itachi in front of him faded away, as Naruto looked up to see Itachi still standing on the tree branch that he was earlier. This battle is over, said Itachi. You've lost. In that instant, Naruto understood the gap between him and Itachi. This guy, he's on a completely different level. As Naruto was being looked down on by Itachi, as Naruto felt like an ant. Something that not even Orochimaru was able to do. Unlike Orochimaru, who toyed with Naruto in the forest of death and took some of his hits, Itachi avoided all of them and blocked them, and he wasn't even trying. After a minute or two, Naruto collapsed on the ground as the vines continued to absorb his chakra. Damn it, I need to do something, Naruto thought, as he struggled to get free from his vines, but he was too weak. This was his special technique to hold anybody, and it seems like it caught him. Itachi saw what was happening as he jumped off a tree branch and cut the vines off Naruto, as he knew if it absorbed off his chakra, he will die. But as soon as he freed Naruto, Naruto tried to punch Itachi. Itachi caught his punch as he lifted Naruto up. Naruto was too weak to do anything, as Itachi looked directly into his eyes. Itachi then activated his Mangeto Sharingan as he said, Tsukuyomi. As soon as Itachi said that, Naruto found himself in a red world. The moon was shining down red. Naruto then saw Itachi appear in front of him. What's going on? Where am I? Is this some kind of genjutsu? Yes, this is called Tsukuyomi, said Itachi. What are you going to do? Torture me? Naruto asked as he tried to struggle from chains that burst out of the ground and wrapped him up. No, I am going to do something much worse, said Itachi. What do you mean? Naruto asked, and immediately he got his answer as he saw his mother appear in front of Itachi. Mom? Son, said Tsunade, as Itachi brought up his kunai and slit Tsunade's throat. As blood started to spray all over. Mom, no! Naruto cried out as he tried to break free from his vines, but he couldn't. He couldn't even summon the Kyuubi's chakra. Starting now, I will kill everyone you care about for the next 72 hours straight, said Itachi. After dropping Tsunade on the ground, Shizune appeared in front of Itachi as he slit her throat as well, dropping her on the ground. No! Naruto cried out, you bastard, as he tried to break free from his chains, but he couldn't. After Shizune, Itachi started to kill everyone. Jiraiya, Kushina, Yamato, Sarutobi, all Naruto's friends. Once Itachi was finished, Naruto looked down at the bodies of all the people that he cared about, who stared back at him as they all started to speak. Why didn't you protect us, Naruto? Why did you just stand there and watch? They said. No, no, please stop this, please, Naruto said as tears started to form in his eyes. What is wrong, Naruto? There is still 72 hours and 59 minutes left to go, said Itachi as he started the process all over, as Naruto cried out as he watched everyone be killed by Itachi over and over again. In the real world, Kisame walked over to Itachi. Well, the kid is still conscious. I thought he would be knocked out quickly after you put him under Tsukuyomi. But Itachi, be careful. You know how dangerous it is to use those eyes of yours. Itachi remained silent as he pushed his hair aside. Well, we can take him now, said Kisame, as he was about to grab Naruto. But a water barrier appeared around Naruto from the surrounding water, as the both of them had to jump away. It was then that several blades made out of the water flew towards Itachi and Kisame at high speed. Acting fast, Itachi evaded all of them as Kisame slashed through them with Samehata, as there was someone standing between them and Naruto now, as it was Kushina. It's been a long time, Kushina, or should I say Kitsune, said Itachi, as Itachi looked at his former Anbu captain as Kushina glared at him dangerously. You know her, Itachi? Kisame asked. Yes, her name is Uzumaki Kushina, my former squad captain when I first joined the Anbu. She was also a friend to my mother. Oh, so this is the Bloody Crimson Fury, said Kisame, as he had an interested look on his face, since Kushina was well known to the shinobi of Kiri, not only because she was one of the last members of the Uzumaki clan, but also because of her amazing sword style. Itachi, said Kushina as she was pissed, you got a lot of nerve showing your face here after what you did. As Kushina remembered, she was looking for Naruto when she saw his clone, along with Sasuke. As she then glared back at Itachi, she knew how skilled he was, being his former Anbu captain, as she looked down on Naruto on the ground, who seemed to have been trapped in a genjutsu. She also knew Kisame because of his reputation as he was one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of Kiri. She also heard about his impressive superhuman chakra level that they call him the Tailless Tail Beast. You should know, said Kushina. I already sent word to the Hokage, so either both of you stay here and fight, and you two will be surrounded by Anfus in minutes. And Tsunade is coming as well, and she will make you pay for attacking her son. Kisame smirked as he took his sword off of his back and walked towards Kushina. Kisame, what are you doing? Itachi asked. Sorry, Itachi, but you had your fun with the kid. Now it's my turn. We should not waste any more time than we already did, Kisame. You heard Kushina, and we did not came here to fight a war. Don't worry, Itachi. This won't take long. Do not underestimate her, Kisame. If you fight her head on, it wouldn't be without cost. Well, let's see how good she is. As he raced forward, as Kushina rushed forward as well, as she didn't want Naruto to be caught up in this. Within seconds, the both of them clashed their sword, with a battle of dominance between the two. I am going to enjoy cutting you up, said Kisame, as he used his strength and started to push her back. Damn it, said Kushina, as he was much stronger than she thought. As she quickly decided to change tactics. She quickly moved to the right as Kisame was coming down with so much force. His sword stabbed right into the ground. She then kicked him in the back of the leg, causing him to fall down to his knee as she headbutted him right into the nose, breaking his nose. Damn you, said Kisame, as Kushina was about to behead him, but he quickly jumped back and avoided it. Not bad, said Kisame as he wiped the blood away with his left sleeve. Kushina then held out her blade as she channeled water on it. Water whip, she said as she let out a whip of water coming towards Kisame, who stopped it with Samihata. But as soon as he done this, Kushina vanished as she appeared right under him with her sword. What the, said Kisame as she used that water whip as a distraction to catch him off guard. As Kisame had to jump back as Kushina swiped, Kisame jumped back as there was a cut on his upper torso. As he looked down at it. Shit, she's fast, he muttered. Kushina dashed off towards him again with a slash, which he barely avoided. But she switched her sword in her other hand as she slashed him on the arm, as Kisame had to jump back again to avoid his hand being cut off. She then flipped back as Kisame rushed towards her, while in mid-air she ran through hand sign. Water stream, she said, as she fired a stream of water towards Kisame, who used Samihata to block the attack. As Kisame rushed towards her, as he used his sword and knocked her in the side, but she reverted to water, damn it, a water clone. As Kisame looked around, he then felt something burst through his back and through his chest, as he looked down to see a sword. Glancing back, he saw Kushina stand behind him, holding her sword. But just when she thought that she killed him, Kisame smirked as he reverted into water, revealing that he had used a water clone as well. As Kisame then appeared above her, as Kushina had to jump back to avoid a slash from above. But Kushina rushed back towards him, her katana thrusting straight forward. As she slashed at him, but he blocked it with Samihata. He then used his other hand and grabbed her wrist. Got you now, he said, as she kicked him right in the nuts as he released her, as he stepped back a bit. As Itachi looked at her, Kushina, as always, been a little weird when it comes to fighting, Itachi thought, as she grabbed onto him and slammed her head into his face, as she then kicked him straight away. Same spot in the nose, as his nose felt like throbbing pain, as he struggled to get back to his feet. You're going to pay for that, he said. I need to finish this fast, thought Kushina. If I continue this, Itachi might intervene, and I cannot take the both of them on myself. Kushina then raised her katana up to her face. The flat side was next to her cheek. She then started to gather the water around her, as the droplets came up. As she then ran her fingers across the blade. What is she up to, thought Kisame, who readied his sword. Kushina then yelled Swift water! As she swung her katana down to the ground. As she did this, a powerful, invisible wind, like vortex, flew from Kushina's sword and went straight towards Kisame. But Kisame sliced right through it. Nice try, but attacks like those won't work on me. Are you sure about that? Said Kushina. Huh? Said Kisame as he stopped in his tracks. As his cloak burst, it was torn off as his body then started to leak blood from all over, with small cuts, as he fell on the ground. But how? He said, as he spat out blood from his mouth. I told you not to underestimate her, said Itachi, who appeared in front of Kisame to avoid his partner from getting killed. What was that attack? Asked Kisame. She used the water from the air to create small blades of wind attack, which the naked eye cannot see. She used the first swipe as a distraction, while the other wind attacks hit you all over, said Itachi. Guess she got me good with that one, said Kisame, as he then got back up, shocking Kushina, as all the cuts on his body was now healed. Now I understand why they call him a monster, said Kushina, as Kisame gave her a sharp grin. We have no more time to waste, said Itachi. We will take her together and end this. Damn it, said Kushina, as the both of them were now ready to attack her. She quickly rushed forward, trying to end one of them first, as she tried to behead Itachi, but he simply sidestepped. As Kisame saw an opening as he brought his sword down on her head, but she dropped and rolled, as she then created a chain from her free arm and wrapped around Kisame as she pulled him towards her, as she started to swing him around and threw him into a nearby tree, as she was rushing towards him to end it. But Itachi appeared next to her at her side as he released phoenix flames out of his mouth, as she had to jump away to dodge them. Kisame then appeared above her as he tried to cut her down in half, but she vanished as she reappeared about 2 feet away from Naruto as she stabbed her katana down into the ground, as she then ran through handstand and slammed her hands on the ground. What is she doing now? Kisame thought. As he quickly got his answer, where several dozen chakra chains erupted from the ground and tried to wrap around him, as he quickly used Samihata to break them. But no matter how many he cut, several more would burst out of the ground to take their place. As he tried to move away from chains that quickly followed after him, Itachi also found himself under assault from several chakra chains, as he had to move away as well. There is nowhere you can run, she said, as she sent her chains after the both of them. To make things even worse, she used her chakra chains to create a barrier around the clearing so they couldn't escape. She then forced them to the back of the barrier as the hilt of her chakra chains came up and came at them to pierce them, as Itachi activated his Monkey Sharingan, seeing that there's only one thing he could do, Amaterasu, as the chain started lit up with black flames, destroying them. Impossible, cried Kushina as she saw the black flames headed towards her and Naruto. Seeing that she couldn't waste time, she quickly canceled the barrier of chakra chains as she took out a scroll from her pouch. She then quickly opened it up as it was blank. She placed it on the ground and went through hand sign as she yelled, "Fire sealing method!" After saying this, a large seal appeared on the blank scroll as a vortex came out and started to suck the black flames into the scroll. Kushina then quickly rolled up the scroll as she placed it back in her pouch. Well, I'll be. Never thought I'd actually see the day when someone stopped your Amaterasu, Kisame said. That was too close, said Kushina, as she started to pant heavily, since her last chain attack had used up a lot of her chakra, and she was feeling the stress of the battle. Seeing that Kushina was near to her limit, Kisame rushed forward at incredible speed to end this, as he brought his katana down on Kushina, but Kushina grabbed Naruto as he jumped out of there. But moments after avoiding Kisame attack, Kushina was kicked right into the chest by Itachi as he dropped the unconscious Naruto to the ground. As she was kicked away, She then had to block several kunais that were coming towards her that was thrown by Itachi. It was then that Kisame came behind her to cut her down with his sword. By using the flat side of her sword as a mirror, she was able to see Kisame behind her, as she quickly used her chakra chains to push him off. She then had the chains maneuver around her to attack Itachi, as he had to jump back. She then rushed at Itachi as she sliced him in half, but he turned into pure crows, as those crows came at her as they turned into a shuriken, piercing her arms and her legs. Damn it, this is a genjutsu. He placed me under it when I cut him in half, she said, as she dropped to her knees. The real Itachi then appeared in front of her and kicked her right in the face, as she was sent backwards, as Kisame appeared behind her and slashed her in the back as she cried out in pain as the sword thread through her jacket and her skin. Kisame then kicked her right in the side as he sent her down to the ground, right beside the unconscious Naruto. Well, it was fun while it lasted, but I guess this is where it ends, said Kisame as he walked up to her, Samehata in his hand. But guys, I'm gonna be in this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification as they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. But for now, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.